Tell me about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Claw, Washington. Normal life, family, kid, like normal family. Got an older brother, and did the whole sports thing, did everything a normal kid does. And then in 2009, I was 25, and I got in a bad motorcycle accident.
Street bikes, dirt bikes?
It was a dirt bike, but I owned a street bike at the time, and I was on the street when it happened.
Riding your dirt bike on the street?
It was a little dirt bike. It was a little 125. And a head-on collision with the person we were going after. And he was doing 85.
Wow.
And I got really lucky I didn't die. I was pronounced dead on scene. I was there, looked at the heart review, spent a few weeks in a coma. And that started my opiate addiction.
Gotcha. So before that?
Before that, I was normal. Like a normal person.
Yeah.
Right, like
right on.
A normie or whatever.
Well, you said, like growing up, you rode dirt bikes? Was that like a part of your...
Yeah, like I grew up like in the country.
Yeah.
I bought a street bike when I was like 17.
Yeah.
So
you're just like doing high school?
Yeah, I did I had college offers to play sports, but I kind of was a professional wakeboarder at the time.
Oh.
And I really enjoyed that. So I definitely, when I woke up from a coma and found out that a couple days later that my leg was gone,
wow.
My life had changed instantly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's like a scary.
Yeah, I'll take something.
Yeah, well, you can just leave it. Whatever you want.
Yeah, it's right there. It's fine.
That's all right.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate it.
I mean, I ride a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's like everyone's worst nightmare is to wake up in the hospital.
Yeah, right.
And what was the feeling? You're like, where am I?
I didn't know what was going on at first. Obviously, I kind of was they had me full of, that doped me up, a lot, and I had multiple blood transfusions as well.
Oh, wow.
So I just didn't feel like me, and I didn't know what really was going on for a while. And they had to put me under for a couple times a day. I had a perineal wound. So I had an open book pelvic fracture, which typically you bleed out on scene, which I did, but luckily the EMTs were on another call on apparent heart attack less than 5 minutes away. And then I got to meet some EMT and save my life, which was kind of a cool experience. But it was definitely definitely a weird experience, that's for sure. Waking up because I didn't know what had happened.
If you don't remember, your brain blocks that out.
Yeah, your brain shuts out anything that's so traumatic.
Super traumatic. That's right.
I honestly, I tried to recall it.
Yeah.
I did like a Church of Scientology based fucking detox program and tried to get it back. And nothing.
Yeah. Were you by yourself riding?
I was with a friend.
And
my buddy is and roommate. We were going after his dad. And it was the 4th of July. I remember waking up in the hospital. My girlfriend, which became my ex-wife, and my girlfriend at the time was there, and I didn't know what had happened really. And I had an X-Fix, so I had sticking out. I had 7-inch rods going down the front of my pelvis, and sticking out an inch on either side. 2 titanium rods connecting in the front. I didn't know what it was, and my whole right side was in a cast, essentially, because I did multiple compound fractures. I lost my pinky, just like a lot of damage. And I briefed on that for a while, and until the doctors literally handcuffed me to the bed, because I didn't know.
Handcuffed.
Not really handcuffed. It's like
or just restrained.
Yeah, they restrain you so you can't hurt yourself.
Yeah, because you want to get up and just.
Yeah, I wasn't there yet to be able to know that I lost my leg.
Right.
So they took about a week before they actually sat me up And then like I looked down, I had a leg brace on with no foot at the end. My mom and my girl were at lunch, and I looked down and I fucking lost it.
Yeah.
Instantly bawling, instantly like my life is over. Everything I worked so hard for is gone. You know, like mom came in. Like I don't know how she did it, but she kept it together. Not a shed a tear, nothing like. And I don't know how she did it, but excuse me. She said, you know, don't. She goes, I know, honey, but because I said, you know, like my life is over, and everything I worked so hard for is gone. And she said, no, it's not. But you're gonna conquer this like you conquered everything else. And it flipped a switch inside my brain, and I was like, you're right, I got this. And I literally like came back way too soon. I was a sponsored skiing snowboarder. I went snow skiing Thanksgiving Day 2009. My accident was at July 4, 2009. My accident was July 4, 2009.
And then by that season, you were out there already?
I was snow skiing Thanksgiving Day.
Nice, man.
And I was determined to
get back on the horse.
Well, every doctor told me I'd never do anything I love to do. And I was like, I'm destined to prove you wrong.
Did you get on the?
Yeah, I got on. My street bike, I couldn't ride it anymore because the angle was too tight. So as soon as I got a prosthetic, I was the first person to walk out of the office in like 38 years or something like that, like some weird number. I was determined, you know, I had this weird thing about my gait, like so we call it a gait when you walk. Mm-hmm. I didn't want people to know that I lost my leg. I really worked really hard at wearing pants, and then you not being able to know that I lost my leg.
You try to hide it.
Yeah, like it was just weird, a mental thing that I had. For me, like I needed it, I guess.
Well, it's just your process.
Yeah, like and yeah, like I was just, you know, like I luckily had a gift. I got talented, you know, like in athletics.
Yeah.
So I met people in the amputee world that got me affiliated, and I went on to snowboard in Winter X Games and World Cup, and I was supposed to go to the 2015 Paralympics, but I actually fractured my bad leg, and that kind of spiraled me out of control again.
So at this time, because you're talking about, you said at 25, this is when I first got hooked on opiates. Yeah. And so during your recovery and all that stuff, was opiates still in there?
I mean, I didn't really do much for recovery. I just was like, I'm good. But
you did physical therapy and stuff?
No, I'm good. Like whoa. I just because I went to Harvard U, and there was like a bunch of people that like sat around and talked about their feelings and shit, and I was like, no, I don't care. I'm fine. Like I'm processing it the way I need to, or the way I have to. And that's to get out and do it, you know, like, and for me that worked, kind of. Yeah. I got off. My ex and I moved to Florida in 2011. We stayed down there until 2017, which I got hurt again in 2015. So that getting hurt again, our daughter. So we have a daughter together. She was 6 months old at the time when I got hurt again, and my ex was she used to be a flight attendant, so she would be gone for multiple days at a time, so I had to watch the baby. You know, I was a stay-at-home dad pretty much, and I loved it. Like it was like she was my little ride or die. Like, you know, but we were not. Yeah, like I taught her to swim when she was like 2 months old. You know, like we had a pool in the backyard. You know, like we were set up down there, and I didn't want to leave. And when I got hurt again is when everything kind of started spiraling out of control again. They left. She took the baby up to Washington, back up here.
So when you got hurt again, stuff started falling apart.
Yeah, big time.
Relationships.
Oh yeah, like I mean, the main relationship was with my ex-wife. You know, like.
Well, was it getting hurt, or was it like?
So it wasn't the getting hurt part. It was I'm irresponsible. I'm not growing up. I'm not being the dad that I'm supposed to be.
It just brought all this stuff to the surface.
Yeah, like that. Like it really brought everything to a head.
Got it.
And she didn't, know how to communicate very well, and I didn't know how to process it very well, because she was right. I was a kid, I was a stay-at-home kid. Like, I just wanted to play. And my lifestyle provided me that for a long time. And it was fun. And then it wasn't fun, when all said and done, and the door closes, when she left with the baby, I didn't know how to process that. I didn't know how to handle it. I started drinking heavily and doing drugs heavily.
You're coping. You're just coping with it.
Well, I was supposed to stay in Florida and watch the dogs in the house. While there in Washington, I'm going, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, why am I not there? Like, like, what the, or why are you not here? And it just put a divide in us. And
that scenario, I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And like, if my partner took my kid across the state or across the country, I would drive me insane. And that sounds so painful.
It was excruciating. I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to process it. Just like I didn't know how to process my leg being gone. It was almost the same thing. Like losing a child. They say losing a limb is worse than losing a child. I don't know how. I can't fathom losing my daughter. That's not something I can really process. So, like losing a limb, it's not something I didn't even process it at the time. So. Yeah, like I just literally was drinking myself to death, like and dying down there.
Yeah.
And I had some good buddies, wakeboard buddies that were like, "Bro, you need help." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, you're right." Like, and my ex was like, "Come home and get help, and we'll work on us, and it'll be okay." I was like, "All right, bet." Well, not really how it went down. I came home, I went to treatment, I got a treatment, and I got divorce papers. And I wasn't a fit father, and, she got everything. And I went off the deep end again. I didn't, and pretty much, I've had clean time. Don't get me wrong, I've had quite a bit of clean time. But I just can't, I don't know, I can't wrap my head around it.
How long ago was this?
This is now 7 years, 8 years.
7 years, yeah.
8 years ago.
So when you came out of rehab, did you have a place to stay?
Yeah, sober living. I did the whole, 12-step program. I did it to the T, and then when I got divorce papers, I just said, you know what, fuck this.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. I don't care. Excuse me. I don't care about anything. I don't care about myself. I got really reckless. IV drug use. I just didn't give a shit about anything. And then somehow, some way, I got it together again. And I got my life back. Like, I got it back together. Somehow, I don't know how. Back in 2017, I got clean. I stayed clean for almost 3 years, but so I was in the wakeboard industry for a long time. I got back into that, selling wakeboard boats, and I worked for Pacific Nartique at the time, and life was good. I saw my daughter on a regular basis. I went to meetings on a regular basis. The only thing that was missing was a couple things, and eventually those things came, but I wasn't ready for him either. A, I wasn't ready for a relationship. B, I wasn't, being in a relationship is very, very difficult because you have to think about your partner as much as you think about yourself. And you have children involved, and it makes it very, very difficult. Anyway, I took another job working for the city of Kirkland. I thought that was a better opportunity for me. It was a better opportunity for my daughter and I, for insurance-wise, and that it was too physically demanding for me, and I couldn't handle it physically, and I didn't know how to explain that. And essentially, I wore my legs so raw that I could barely walk. And then one day I was cleaning a bathroom, and my schedule had changed. I was working evenings, and essentially you're like a janitor at that time. Which is fine. I was fine with that. Cake job. I clean bathrooms all day. I'm okay with it. But not when I find a bag of dope. And I'm in pain. And yeah, I did the bag of dope and didn't really think about it at all. Like, and then yeah, like subsequently, like I had to resign from the job. And the girl I was with was like, well, you need help and you need to go to treatment and you got no insurance, so let's get married. Fucking dumb idea. That was a real dumb idea. So yeah, that was a few years ago.
A lot of people don't get married for the right reasons.
Yeah, no, and that was, and like going to treatment is not. I recommend not doing that. Don't go get married to go to treatment because you're gonna get out and go. I don't know if I even like myself right now, let alone you.
Yeah, you come out in a different reality.
Yeah, like 100%, and then like you do that multiple times, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing, man? Like,
well, so are you technically still married right now?
I don't know. I have no idea. Honestly, I haven't talked to her in 5 years, 4 years,
gotcha.
Something like that. I've been out here for 4 or 5 years.
Okay, gotcha. Your daughter's how old now?
She's now 10.
11?
10.
10.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have not seen her in 5 years.
Wow.
And that's really, really difficult.
Yeah, that's hard.
I got clean when she was 5. I got clean for a year, and I still, my ex still wouldn't let me see her.
She has full custody.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what the fuck's the point of being, like, what's the point of anything? I don't care about it, you know, and you know, it's hard, you know, like, they say don't do things for the wrong reasons. I do everything for the wrong reasons, you know, but at the same time, like, those reasons are my, you know, for me, and like I think that I'm doing them for the right reasons because it's me,
yeah,
you know, so yeah.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that's kind of like the short version of.
No, well, I think I'm thinking about your daughter.
Yeah.
My girls just turned 9 and 11.
Yeah.
And so.
Yep.
And my guess is she's wondering.
I'm sure. She has.
Curious as kids are.
She has another dad. My ex got remarried. And has another kid, and it has a happy little family going on, and I don't know if I want to interrupt that or I don't know what to do there. So
right,
you know what I mean? Like she pushed me out a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I allowed it. So you know, like I know that my daughter's gonna come calling soon, probably, and I don't know what I'm gonna say, but yeah.
So you've been out here for 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, on the streets. Yeah.
Where are you staying?
Anywhere, everywhere. Yeah, I don't have a home base. I don't have yeah. Okay, just kind of float around.
Yeah, gotcha. Is there anything that you'd want to say to the people of Seattle?
Yeah, like just because you see, you know, a drug addict or somebody struggling, it's not one bad decision away from that. Could be your dad, it could be your uncle, and it could be your brother, it could be your sister. You know, like one bad decision. You know, one bad decision, and yeah, like it spiraled out of control, obviously. But like that's where I'm at now.
Well, this is your story's not over.
Yeah, no,
you know, our stories are not over. We're in the middle of this narrative that's still happening.
Yeah.
Until we're 6 feet under, right?
Yeah.
And so, man, I know I'm just some guy with the came up, man, but I hope you connect with your daughter, Andy, and like someday, you know, she may see this, somebody may see this, and like, who knows? We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you know, you've got out of this before.
Yeah.
And so you know what that's like to get out of it, man.
Yeah.
You know.
It's I mean, there's work involved, but
a lot of hard work, right?
Yeah. Like, it's not easy, but at the same time, like, it's worth it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I'm not at all opposed to saying goodbye to the dope and the lifestyle over here.
Yeah, I mean, something in you before.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. Wanted that.
Yeah.
and you had a good 2-year stint.
Yeah.
And, you know, stuff happens, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's I guess there's hope. There's hope. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Get yourself on a dirt bike again, man. Rip around.
Right? I don't know, man. Like, it might be bad news.
Or good news.
Or good news, yeah.
Good news.
I mean,
it's a good feeling.
It is. I mean, it's a freeing feeling, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thanks for your time, man.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, for sure.